Welcome everybody. I'm just going to put this live. I don't know how else to do it. Either I've got to share it at some point, some way, somehow. The only way I've got to do it when I'm on my own is by doing it once I'm live. So that would be really good, wouldn't it? To be able to say, right, when I do this, I want to share it and here. Having said that, when I do it on the page, actually, last night, I think I did manage that. I forgot, maybe through Zoom. Hi Patricia, thank you for joining. Today we're going to talk about counting and how counting can be useful. It's the way we first start getting a feel for numbers when we're young, and it's also a way we can develop a feel for more advanced numbers as we get older. Now, I keep getting some really great feedback, and one of the message I got this morning was that what we don't want to do is discourage the younger learners by thinking, well, I can't do that, I don't understand what else is being said. So I am thinking about doing multiple sessions, like from 9 to 9:30, do 9 o'clock for very young learners, and then do more advanced things, or just let the parents, I'm not quite sure what to do with that, or just let the parents coordinate that and say, right, this is our bit's finished now, let's go off and play, and do bits for older children after that, and simply maybe just do it that way. I haven't decided yet, and the live's not coming up. I can't see the live, so I can't share it, so we'll just go ahead. Oh yes, it is, it's there. Boom boom boom. Share. Ooh, start a watch party. Starting a watch party. Hi Janice, nice to see you. Numbers today. So the idea with counting and numbers is, if you're working with young children, and I am speaking to parents here, hi Ina. Very young children, one of the things that they learn how to do is they learn how to count. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you start bringing things out. 1, 2, 3, and stop. But the child will keep counting. So one of the really important things as they're younger is careful counting. So you've got 1, 2, 3, and stop. So being aware of the quantity, and one of the reasons why they do that, one is it's habit, they like rhythm to continue counting, and the other is to actually get a meaning to the number 3, the 3-ness of 3, the 5-ness of 5, the 4-ness of 4. There's one lovely exercise on the Enrich website called the 8-ness of 8. And that can be done in using lots of different props. It can be done constantly. So I've got a bunch of different things. I've got juggling balls. I've got dice. We can count the dice themselves, or you can count the dots on the dice. So again, that gives a distinction between 5 things and 5 dots. So just constantly be counting different things, and they don't have to all be the same. How many things are on the table? Well, I've got a ball, I've got a piece of paper, and I've got a dice. That's 3 things that are on the table. And I've got a bowl full of, well, just say a bowl. So that's 4 things that are on the table. Oh, and there's the phone. That's 5 things that are on the table. So it's really getting, and the counting at a very young age is super important, and it's not something that they'll get overnight. Some might, I don't know of any myself. Some will get it faster than others, but something that's really super important is to not assume that they have an understanding of it. They might be able to count, but their understanding of it might be different to yours. So constantly reinforcing the significance of the numbers, and the 5-ness of 5, the 8-ness of 8, the 3-ness of 3, whether it's 3 completely different things or 3 things that are all the same, and sorting as well. And young children love to sort. They'll either love to make a mess sorting, as in do the opposite of sorting, or to actually sort. And it's a game that you can encourage them to play. And even if they start off just wanting to make a big mess, if it's a game that you just play, and you could maybe sort things and then they can unsort them, and that's fine. That's they're playing, they're experimenting, especially before they're verbal. That's just keep playing with numbers, and you talk about the numbers. They don't have to. They will eventually. It will come, unless they have some actual specific learning, some kind of learning difficulty, that will come. And the huge thing is that they enjoy it, keep enjoying it. So the next thing we're going to do, well, I'm going to just demonstrate one more thing that we can do with younger learners, and we're going to just take it into a slightly different realm. And this, oh yes, hello, I've got everybody there. And that is, I use it with balloons. You can do it with other things, and I count the puffs. So 1, 2, and I'll stop, and they might continue counting. I might know we stop at 2, 3, 4. If you've got anything like this, where, for example, you could maybe anything to do, anything to do with length. One thing you could do, for example, is you could coil up this balloon. Well, okay, so I've got balloons. Not everyone has balloons by a long shot, but you can take a piece of string, and you could coil up the piece of string and say, how long is it? How far will it reach? Will it reach from the, well, depending on the age of the person, will it reach, take a piece of string, and will it reach from the door to the wall? So I combine. So the reason why I'm showing you this is I combine counting the puffs with then using, something to measure. Now again, this shape, is this longer or shorter than the one I just had? It was all curled up. So this, I'm kind of going away from numbers, but I'm just showing you how I first we count the puffs, and then we talk about the length or the shape that we make with it. And then how far will this stretch? Well, if you can make a string all kinds of different lengths, and then you're going to count the edges of the string if you make it into straight edges, and then see how long it is, and you can do that. So that's all part of counting. It's just constantly real life, doing things that are relevant, using activities that you do in real life. So the other thing we're going to do today is counting with clapping. So if you clap on every time, so you're counting in ones, you clap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on. You can count, if you want children to help learn their times tables, especially at a young age. This is not learning times tables at a young age. It works at many different ages. So if you want to work on the 2 times table, you go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I say you don't do it on your own. You do it together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, etc. Or you could clap on even and clap on odd numbers. This is no longer aimed at the 5-year-olds. This is for older children. If you are working on odd and even numbers and you're not absolutely sure, or you want to practice, you count on, or you want to teach odd and even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 199. Do I clap or not? Is it an even number or is it an odd number? So you could play that game kind of like Simon Says. You only clap, or you only jump, or you only run if the number is odd. Okay, so you could actually, in fact, you could use Simon Says. Simon says jump on an odd number, and they're supposed to jump on an odd number. And if you don't say Simon Says jump, if you just say jump on an odd number and they jump, then that's paying attention as well. So other games you can play, you can count in any 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And you can go way up high. Really make people think. So it doesn't have to be part of the times tables. One of the things I like to do is going up high around 100. So at a certain age, we go around 6, 7. We want, and this can continue beyond that if they don't get what we can kind of get up to. Oh, one more. What is it? Counting in tens? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And you can clap with the count or just say the count 100 and then what comes after 100. 110. Now it's obvious for some. Now here's another one. Something I like to do is I like to say count up from 93 in fives. So 93, 98, 103, 108, 113, and not just that. I've got the balloons out because one thing I like to do, and you can do the blast off with anything you like, and this works for any age. Well, certainly any age up to age 12. I've found so far. I've actually got a nice balloon. Hopefully you might have a balloon at home. If you don't, hopefully you'll be able to attain one. If you can't attain a balloon, then I don't know, throw something in the air. Just jump up and down. Just say hooray. And this is how it goes. I use this specifically to go above and below 100, or if I discover the person I'm talking to is having a challenge to go over 1,000. It's those big thresholds. 100, between 99 and 101, between 199 and 201. Hi, Annie. I like to count down. So I inflate a balloon. You come up with your own blast off substitute. For me, I inflate a balloon. And, okay, right, depending on the age of the person, depending on the attainment level, depending on what the stretch is, you want to find a stretch that's maybe a times table that they've got. They can count in threes, they can count in fives, they can do their 7 times table. And now we're going to count down. So they've got their numbers 1 to 100. We're going to count down from 100 and... I'm not going to make this easy. I'm just showing you a difficult example. You can make it simple. You can make it from 110, count down in twos, and we do blast off at 90. So 110, 110, 108, 106, 104, 102, 100, 98, 96, 94, 92, 90. Blast off. Right, go get my balloon. Reinflate it. So this gives you some agility, and this is all about numbers and getting agility in numbers. I've got another thing after this to show, but I'm just going to now demonstrate a hard one. Now this is not the 7 times table. No one's expected to know their 7 times table above and below 100, 9 times table maybe, 10 times table, 11, 12 times table, if you want to go there. But what it helps you do, I find, by counting down in that number sequence, just really makes you practice and gives you like the mental agility of taking away numbers, but it also makes it fun. So we're counting down from 117 in sevens. I don't know where it's going to end, but when we go over the threshold of 90, we're going to blast off. So 100 and this is testing me now. 117, 110, 103, 96, 8. Oh, blast off. Oh, it's gone again. You can't see it. It's flying all around. Hi, hello. It's Ben's mum. Ben's mum's here. I found it. You're not seeing it fly off, you poor things. Let me see if I'm going to see if I can make it go round instead of flying off straight. See if I can stretch it to go round. So these are so what you missed is counting, just using counting, and then at whatever stage you're at, and Here we go. Oh, count the puffs, of course. If you've got the little ones, you count the puffs. And then, oh, and that's another thing. Let me just demonstrate this. For the little ones, sorry, I forgot to say this earlier. You're counting the puffs. Hooray! You're counting the puffs for the little ones. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, they might continue, but you've got real life happening here. In real life, if you don't stop, the balloon will pop. So in real life, so there's real life counting going on here. Just the practicalities of you don't want the balloon to pop. So now we're going to go, oh, that one blasted off. Another example we can use is, well, what should we do? Let's just go back to the simple one again. Let's count down in fives. Fives is a good one. Let's count down from 150 instead of from 50. So we're going over that 100 threshold. We're going over the 100. But of course, if your child is ready to do 50 and that's a stretch, you go to where it's a little bit of a stretch. You don't go way beyond. You just go to where it's a little bit of a stretch. Oh, bless. Thank you. I'm glad you do. Oh, we're Ben's mum and I. And it's not fair because I have to look in my phone to remember what your first name is. I've got memory like a fish. So here we go. You ready? We're going to go down from 150 in fives and we're going to blast off when we get... Will we get to 90? Here's another one. Are we actually going to get 90 or is it going to be less than 90? Is 90 going to be one of our numbers if we count down from 150 in fives? That's a question you can ask before you ever start it. And everyone comes up with an answer. It doesn't matter what the answer is because we learn by doing. And 150, 104. Thank you, Pam. Thank you. It always bugs me. Oh dear. So 150, 145, 140. And counting down in fives is because counting down in any times table that you want to learn is actually very powerful because you're not in a rhythm. It's not like, okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It kind of gets boring really. Whereas if you're counting down, count down from some crazy number way up high, 1 million and something, and just don't make it a very long exercise, a short one. But make your brain think about it and count down. Once you've got the ups, go with the downs, and that really helps your brain solidify it. So, ready? 150, 145, 140. I've got to think about it. 135, 130, 125, 120, 115, 110, 105, 195, 90. Blast off! Oh, you still didn't get to see it. You realise I'm only doing this because I enjoy doing it. We will have to do this again at the end of the week because young Ray's not feeling so well this morning. So I've got one particular fan that's particularly, well, he's my cousin's grandson. So yeah, we'll do it again. We'll do some other bits with counting. We'll do some, maybe I should integrate balloons more anyway, just for fun of it. I like my balloons. Find ways of integrating balloons. Right, okay, the other one, the last one was rhythms. Now, you've got more than one person involved in this, or you could even do it as a challenge with one, but one assumes that there's at least two of you, even if you're communicating over Zoom or some kind of face-to-face thing. And what you do is, and you can, if you've got a larger group, and you could do this, definitely do this over Zoom, no question, is each person gets a number, or everybody has a numbers, a times table. So from 1 to 10, and somebody has the 1, so they clap on 1, or make a noise. You can make a noise as a specific noise. So a 1 might be, hello, Susan. Oh, we're just doing the rhythm. We're doing the rhythm, Susan. I don't know if Annabelle's up, but this is a fun one to do. If you've re-watched, there might be some great ideas for you earlier on in this live. But right now we're going to do the rhythms. So you could have from one to, if you've got if you've got more than 10 people, then you can have more than one person with the same noise or a different noise, but same rhythm. And that's entirely up to you. So you could have the person with one goes boom, 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 boom. So nice little bass rhythm going. Boom, 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 boom. You could have the, or just say then it's clap on one. It's up to you. Or have an instrument and do the instrument on one. Two, and different sound at different. You could just someone who just claps on two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know where I'm going with this. And you can just clap on the number, or you can make a noise, you invent a noise, or you can make a noise or play an instrument or whatever. So then 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Wait a minute. We've gone way past the 3 times table and we're doing it and we're having fun doing it. And obviously, if you've got younger learners involved, you do it much more slowly, nice and slow. And definitely all those instruments, like you don't necessarily want to be clapping with a 5-year-old. You want to be doing a tambourine or banging with a stick or something like that. Certainly the younger ones still definitely banging with a stick. And so you do that each person. So if you're working on a times table, then that's a nice way of practicing it, becoming familiar with it, and then once they've got it, get them to go backwards. So we've got to in 5s, we've got to 45. What's the one before that? What comes before 45? And do some toing and froing. So, and you can, I don't know about you. For you, it might just be super easy peasy lemon squeezy. But for me, I've got to think about it. It's like no, we go forwards. We don't go backwards with times tables. And I can literally feel my brain going and heating up, because that people think because I do maths, I'm some kind of maths genius. I'm not a maths genius. I actually struggle with maths. I do love it. I do enjoy it, but I do struggle. It's not easy for me, and that's never held me back. I became an electronic engineer, and believe you me, you need to be able to do maths to become an electronic engineer. And I do it just by enjoying the process and not perseverance, determination, and enjoyment. Those are the keys. Some of the keys. Okay, so go play, go count, go clap, go do rhythms, go shoot off balloons with your countdowns and the different numbers. Obviously, if the person's just learning, Annabelle might be ready to just do some clapping in 2s. Susan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Guided, probably in Annabelle's case. I haven't been with her recently to see, but doing it together. So Annabelle's, she might be more agile now than she was. She's growing. So you decide whether you do it with her or if you take different numbers. So you can do 2 and she can do 3, or she can do every 1 and you do it 2. Just and maybe Sergio can join in as well, so you can get the whole family involved and you can actually make it a game and make it a community. Right, I'm going to go now. Thank you so much for joining. Hi. Oh, bless. Well, you can play it again later if you want. Give my love to Ben, and it's lovely to see you, Pam, always, and Susan and Ina and Patricia and Janice and Annie. Thank you so much for joining. Please share. 9 o'clock every morning, 8 o'clock every night. 9 o'clock in the morning goes for the people that are east of here, 8 o'clock at night for the people that are west of here, and also do a 10 o'clock live now. Doing a 10 o'clock live on YouTube, although I don't know what happens to it after the live finishes, so I have to work that out. I'm still learning, totally learning. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm swimming around in the dark, but I will get there. So hopefully, as long as what I'm doing for now is working. So the YouTube channels are Bubbly Maths, is like me talking and just generally winging it some of the times. And then the other one is Maths Toys, which has resources that you can use. You can actually print out and use, and they're aimed at teachers that don't have much in the way of resources. So everything on there you can make yourself, and the instructions are really good. And we're putting in teachers' parents' resources as well, parents' follow-up sheets. Slowly but surely they're going on. So that's in Maths Toys. There's a few resources up there. There'll be more. And thank you. Please share all of that, and see you again either tonight at 8 or tomorrow morning at 9. Take care.